I want my kids to be doing normal stuff that kids around their age would be able to do. Everything was fine. They tested everything so that the babies are fine. There's nothing wrong with them. But along the line, as they were getting older, a year passed, 2 years came, babies were not talking. So it became concerning for both of us. I started doing a research online, looking for people with similar situations like ours. And I started going on YouTube, looking at videos and people giving their testimonies, and then I came across something called stem cell treatment. You can't focus on one thing. He does this, he stops, he does this, but he's been very calm, and I've noticed that his focus has really improved, especially watching telly. And just today, my son just picked up the scooter. All of us were amazed and so happy because I bought him a scooter. He's never touched it. But just today, he just took the scooter, and all of us were just excited. I came here and the staff has been very wonderful. The doctors have been very helpful, and the place is nice, and my kids likes the place as well, and the treatment has been fantastic.
Good afternoon, first of all.
Good afternoon.
Would you please let us know where you come from and what brought you to our clinic, Swiss Medica?
Okay. I'm a father of 4. 2 boys, 2 girls. But my girls are older. We came from England. And what really brought us here was me and my wife were trying to have children after our 2 older daughters. And what was happening was, whenever she used to get pregnant, the pregnancy used to come out by accident. When the baby gets up to like 3 months or 4 months, then the pregnancy just comes out. So we went to see a specialist who advised us that my wife has got a weak, what do you call it? A weak sac that carries the baby. So they need to stitch.
Oh.
So what they do is they stitch her up. And when they stitched her up, they told us that we should go and have intercourse. And then we did the test and realized that she was pregnant. And also when she gets pregnant, her system, which is an immune system, fights the baby like it's a virus. So her body tries to get rid of it. So what the doctor did is the doctor gave some medicine, which basically balances her hormones so that her body can welcome the baby. But the medication that she was on was also steroids. And through the steroids and through the pregnancy, she got type 2 diabetes. And then we had the babies, boys. We had them in a private hospital. We did all the tests, but as the saying goes, you can't beat nature. Everything was fine. They tested everything, said that the babies are fine, there's nothing wrong with them. But along the line, as they were getting older, they came early. So we were like, okay, maybe they'll talk. Because our daughter started saying, mommy, daddy, around like 9 months to 10 months. But a year passed, 2 years came, the babies were not talking. So it became concerning for both of us. So what I started doing is I started doing a research online, looking for people with similar situations like ours. Then I saw Swiss Medics, and I had already gone to Switzerland the year before for a meeting. So I was like, I've seen something called Swiss Medics. And I started going on YouTube, looking at videos and people giving their testimonies, and then I came across something called stem cell treatment, which is used to help children that have been diagnosed with autistic. But my kids came early, so they had not had diagnosis yet. But my background is a medical background, but I'm into psychiatry. But I read a lot. So based on my own analysis and my own reading, I realized that, look, through my own observations and from what I've been observing, it looks like the kids might be autistic, even though they haven't been diagnosed yet. I've had friends with children, and their ones have been diagnosed. And I could see my kids mimicking certain behavior their kids are mimicking. But whenever I raise it up with my doctor tells me, look, your kids came 3 months early. You gave birth to them in 7 months. So this can cause these kind of delay in their speech and stuff. But hopefully let's give them some time because they don't want to misdiagnose. And I'm someone that I don't like to be waiting, then it's too late.
Yeah.
So I said to myself, you know what? Let me do more research into this treatment, find out the advantages and disadvantages, the side effects. And I realized that because I'm in the medical field, I have a couple of professors and doctors, friends. So I told them that this is what I've seen, which is all the way up in Swiss Medica, which is all the way up in Serbia. And I want to travel with my kids for them to have this treatment. So all of them were saying, even though the treatment hasn't been started in London yet, but there's minimum risk. So they vouched that there's no harm in trying because it's harmless. So why don't you give it a shot? What if, let's say, your kids turn to maybe 10 years and the government decide, oh, now we're going to do stem cell treatment. It's okay, we've approved it. Right. It might be too late. Maybe it might help, but it might not get the full benefit.
Yeah.
But now that they're younger, why don't you take them and get the full benefit? So I went with my feelings, which is my hunch, and decided to come. I came here and the staff has been very wonderful. The doctors have been very helpful, and the staffs are very lovely. The place is nice, and my kids likes the place as well, and the treatment has been fantastic. And it's non-invasive, and my wife also is doing treatment for her diabetes as well. She's type 2, and things seems to be going well with her as well. And just today, my son just picked up the scooter. All of us were amazed and so happy because
Baby steps.
I've bought a scooter. I bought him a scooter. He's never touched it. It's just been there. Hasn't even looked at it. But just today, he just took the scooter, and all of us were just excited, including our childminder and my wife. Everybody was excited. So I would say we're very pleased, we're very happy with so far what we've seen. I think there will be more to come because I was telling my wife it's early days, we just did it 2 days ago, and let's see how things goes. And
fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. And I don't mind to do a follow-up. It's been, I would say, to be quite honest with you, I know we just did our last treatment yesterday. And just the little signs that we saw from yesterday. Yesterday, my older son was very chatty. Very, very chatty. Saying a couple of words, no, 1, 2, 3, go. Saying all sorts. And we're so happy. And the younger one also kind of like, he's been always been the type that's been very sort of, he can't focus on one thing. He does this, he stops, he does this, but he's been very calm, and I've noticed that his focus has really improved, especially watching telly. Because I put on some cartoon for them. But before we came, when we used to watch TV back home, he will watch the TV for a little bit, and he gets up and start wandering off. And most of the time, you need to go and look at what he's doing and bring him back to the TV. But it's been very calm, and it's been very focused, and you can see that his eye contact is also improving better than it came.
So what other expectations are on your list?
I want my kids to be doing normal stuff that kids around their age would be able to do. And I want them to be able to express themselves, even if it's minimum things like I'm hungry, water. We can start with that. Yeah. And I've been, to be quite frank with you, I've been very hopeful and very positive about coming here, and I think I've always been the drive behind, let's come over here. Even though I'm not the one coming to do it, but my wife and my kids, but I've always been the drive because my doctor was from this side of Europe, and most of my background is Africa, and in Africa where we come from, most of the doctors were trained in Eastern Europe, and they are very good doctors. So when I realized that there's a certain treatment, but it's in the eastern part of Europe, I was very positive to come to find out myself.
So does it mean that there were not other clinics that you considered coming?
There were other clinics, but it was far from us.
Where is that?
One was in Panama, which is way too far. I spoke to a couple of them, but the way the treatment and the process was being explained to me, I wasn't really convinced enough to take that journey to go there. I wouldn't say that I didn't believe them. I believed them, but it wasn't something that I was willing to basically go for.
I see.
But with the Swiss medics, the way things were being explained to me, how the treatment will be, because it has been exactly how the process was explained to me. That is how everything has been.
So even before coming, you were already aware of what will be happening here?
I was
and
aware.
It made you confident?
Comfortable, confident, and nothing changed. Same process, how the days I was given, the days where the infusion, everything was going to take place, that's exactly how everything went. So I was very comfortable and very confident. Because you see, it's not easy to travel to a country that you've never been, even to sleep. And in the West, we watch so many movies that they always portray the Eastern Europe as kidnappers, and it scares us, if you get what I mean. So, as I said, most of my country people were educated in Eastern Europe. So they give the best. We have so many similarities from the Eastern Europe. So I was very, very, very confident. And I also assured my wife, because my wife was like, "How are you sure? Are you sure?" And I said, "I'm positive. I'm very sure," because my family doctor that looked after my grandmother, my mother, my dad, and me was from Russia. All of them are from Eastern parts. And they were well trained. So I believe that we might get some results.
Okay, you have a very positive experience with the people from Eastern Europe. What kind of advice would you give to the others who have fear coming into a foreign country?
People are very friendly, people are chatty, they're willing to help, even though there's a language barrier, but they try their best to make you understand. They say basic things to communicate with you for you to understand that this is what you mean, and they understand you. And I would say they are very welcoming, to be frank with you, very welcoming. And I don't feel like a stranger at all, even though there's a language barrier. I don't feel like a stranger at all. Lovely place, lovely people, and I just love the place. I'll be honest with you, I love the place. And as I said, it feels just like home, because I was hearing the chicken crow yesterday, and I said, "Oh, this is just like home through the window."
Yeah.
So I really, really feel very comfortable, and I feel like home.
And you mentioned the way the houses were built.
The way the houses are built, exactly like back home, how we build our houses. So one thing I would advise people is, in life is about taking risk, to be honest with you. Life is about risk. And it's better to do things the right time rather than to leave it too late. Because I've always said that I've got friends who have kids that are about 10 or 11. and the kids can't even feed themselves. They still have to feed them. They still have to change them. So to think about it, if there's help somewhere that you could give to your child, I think you have to go for it rather than thinking, oh, what if? You have to be positive. Don't think too negative. Because once you feed yourself with too much of negativity, you can't start a journey. Because you fill yourself up with fear. So you don't go out there to see the sort of services or the sort of help that you could have easily avoided. And you never forgive yourself. Because imagine if my kids tend to be like 10, 11, and they can't even say, Mommy, Daddy, and I'm still changing their diapers and bathing them and feeding them. And I knew I have the means to help, and I didn't. You never forgive yourself.